Hi Cancer, welcome to How I Love Tarot. This is a general reading. I've already pulled your oracle cards. I'm looking at 4 different areas of your life. We have the present position to validate that this is your reading, and then we're looking at the strength for the time period, the challenge, and the possible outcome. May I please have Spirit the present position for Cancer to validate that this is their reading. May I have the present position? Okay. May I please have the challenge, Spirit? Not the challenge. May I please have the strength? May I please have the challenge? May I please have the possible outcome? Okay, interesting. Let's take a look at what's going on. So in the present position, your oracle card, we have strength, the number 34, which is 7 in numerology, which represents choices. Strength, stability in this hour, endurance, stamina, I empower. Okay. So what we have here in the present position is the Lovers card in the upright. We have the 4 of Pentacles in the reverse, and we have the Ace of Wands in the upright position. Spirit, bring it forward. What's going on with Cancer in their present position? Spirit makes me feel like you're drawing upon or need a lot of strength in your current hour of need. You're fighting a battle, one that is challenging and one that is very, very primitive in nature. It is a time in your life where you're going through an hour of need. Now, it's very important that you understand this is an hour of need and not representative of a particular chapter in your life, even though it may feel like that. In this hour, endurance, stamina, and empowerment are needed, right? So you're going through something that requires strategy, ingenuity, power, an ability to foresee something that you have to make decisions about, where you don't have all of the aspects in front of you. You're going to have to trust, is what Spirit makes me feel here in the challenge position. Sorry, I keep saying that, don't I? So it feels like whatever you're going through is a challenge. Now we have the Lovers here in the present position. So what we have here is love in your life. We have harmony. We have relationships. We have union, partnerships, sexuality, passion, values, alignment, deep love, a choice, the strength of 2 together. Now, let me point out that this is a general reading. So, Spirit, do you want to bring forward the energy of the Lovers and what's going on here with this? What it feels like, Cancer, is that with the Lovers card, there are people here that want your best. They want the best for you. It feels like you're partnering with others, you're drawing upon others to help you, you're reaching out. You're also building new relationships here. It also feels like there is a union and a partnership that's at hand. It does feel like there's something that you're partnering with that requires you to follow your passion, be in alignment with yourself, and to have it needs to come from a place of love. So now what Spirit is also making me feel is a lot of confusion, right? There's a lot of confusion in regards to the Lovers card. So we'll see what comes up in the rest of the reading. Here in the Four of Pentacles, you're thinking a lot about money. We have the Four of Pentacles in reverse. So we have understanding how to realign your finances, how to put certain monies in place to work for you rather than against you. So it looks like for many folks out there, there may be a situation with money where money is extremely tight and you can't save right now. You're having to perhaps pull from savings, or something is going on with your savings that you're having to generate money that isn't really there. Here in the Ace of Wands, in the upright position, Spirit, bring it forward. What's going on in the Ace of Wands? Here we have new projects, inspiration, urge to create, willpower, desire, power, potential, beginnings, new opportunities, and growth. So Spirit makes me feel this goes along with the Strength card, where you're using, and we both have the if you look at here, we have two staffs here of power. And so what you're having to do is really, in this time of new development, you're kind of creating a new situation for yourself. And in this requires perhaps building from scratch. Yes, there is some things there that you can draw upon, but the way that you're going about things is very differently than you have done before. So you're very focused on what you want to produce in your life and what you love. And there's also a big emphasis on personal development. However that manifests, for some of you, it has to do with the ability to draw upon a situation that is particularly challenging so you can overcome it and you can have strength to move forward. For others of you, you're starting a new project that has to do with the self and to produce empowerment. And again, I get finances, right? So this is tied in with money, investment, and love also, right? So also producing something that has long-term commitment is the word I want to use with that. So that's your present position. Here in the Strength, we have fertility, right? So definitely there's a theme going on here for you where you're giving birth to new ideas. Now, fertility represents a time in your life where it's opportune to make different decisions. It's opportune to spend time, energy, money on things that you normally don't, for your own betterment that will grow into something. You know, you plant a seed and you keep on fertilizing it, you keep on watering it as you should, you keep on giving it what it needs, the sun, nutrients and different things that it needs, and it will grow into something spectacular. But first you have to recognize that you're at that time in your life where it's a seedling, right? It's not, you haven't grown the tree yet and you're not picking from the tree, you're planting the seed. That is what fertility means in the Strength position. So something that you're creating here, something that you're planting the seed, something that you are moving towards, it's going to generate big outcomes and long-term potential and growth. So that you will be able to draw upon and be very successful in. So that's coming up here of putting time and energy into the self, in a way that you haven't before. Okay. And now, to kind of beat a dead horse here, we've got the Ten of Pentacles showing up with money again, and stability, and stability in relationships here in the Ten of Pentacles, and we have the Four of Wands, right? So in your strength position, for those of you that are potentially in a love situation, it's going to go from one level to the next, whether that be something new or something that is just brewing. If you're in a stable relationship, something is happening where it's going from one level to the next. Okay. Now, in regards to money, career, finances, it shows me here that there is going to be a manifestation of money here that will create stability that you're looking for. So in the present position where it's uncertain, I see here in the strength, as this time period moves forward, we have a lot of spiritual guidance here as you work on things that are much more advantageous to you in regards to money, your spirituality, what it is that you're trying to produce long term. A lot of strength in partnership here. So don't be so quick to do everything on your own. There is a need to partner, to even lean on others, to get the advice of people that are in a better position than you, that have more objectivity than you, to be able to focus and clarify what it is that you want to create. So sometimes just removing yourself from that situation that's causing you stress just because you have a conversation, not about the stressful event, but let's say something else that makes you laugh and gives you joy, can move you into a space where you have clarity on how to move forward, both in money, finances, and stability. So I see a lot of creation of stability here, where in the present position you feel quite unsure. I feel it coming in quite strongly very, very soon. Here in the challenge, we have love, right? Number one, love, right? So many of you are focused on love, and in many different aspects of your life. What is it that you love to do now? What is it that you want to focus your time and energy on? Who is it that you want to manifest in your life, and why? What kind of person do you want, and what are you willing to give in return, and what can you give in return? So it's not just looking for what it is that you can give. No, it's not looking for what I meant to say. It's not looking for what it is that you want. It's looking for what can you give to a situation, right? What are you capable of giving, right? So that's the challenge in the love. Here we have Aphrodite, I call to thee to bring a true love here to me. So some of you are really manifesting love. And again, it comes, this is a general reading, right? So it has to do with relationships, it has to do with partnership, it has to do with work, it has to do with money, it has to do with all aspects of love in your life, right? Because love moves everything. If you're not in a job that you love, you're going to be burnt out pretty quickly, right? Because if you spend 8 hours a day working on something that you don't love, then you're going to feel resentment or a pulling of your energy that's very difficult to navigate. So really, it does feel like the challenge here is moving towards what it is that you love and making that decision to do that. Here in the challenge position in the tarot, we have the Four of Cups, right? So there's some disappointment that you're looking at. And again, we go back to whatever is challenging you right now. The disappointment, kind of not being where you want to be right now, and can know it, taste it, feel it, understand it for your future, but not having it here right now. So you're not focused on, and what you should be focusing on is the fact that you do have something coming towards you that is very, very full of abundance, love, can generate money. For some of you, you're going to have to spend a little money, like an investment of some type, before you can pull out of yourselves what it is that you need to focus on, right? Because you're focusing on the past rather than the present and how to move forward. So that's a challenge for some of you. Now, for some of you, Spirit just said to me, the present is the challenge, right? So something is going on in the present where there is disappointment. So being able to maybe take your mind out of the present, and sometimes we do have to do that, right? Because it's all well and good focusing on the now, but if the now is very depressing or anxiety provoking, then you want to step forward into the future, right? What is it can you manifest? So that's a challenge right now. Here in the outcome, we have passion. And I keep getting this love energy for you, Cancer. And again, it's in all aspects. Passion, Spirit, bring it forward. Rise, passion, rise up high, inflame my purpose, reach the sky. There are some of you that are going to have to move towards something that is a bit intimidating for you, that is not certain, but you're passionate about it. For example, you may be passionate about wanting to be in a love relationship. You may be passionate about your career, about creating something within an abundance, a free flow of money, a free flow of, you know, getting your life to where you want it to be. That takes a lot of passion and energy. So the outcome here, I feel like there's total commitment on all sides in regards to moving towards something that is, you know, sometimes the things that we're scared of, and should we do this, should we not do it? Listen, you don't know if you don't try. And yes, it can result in an outcome that you don't necessarily want, but it doesn't mean that it's not taking you to where you're supposed to be, right? So don't be worried about making difficult decisions or decisions you don't know the outcome to. Don't be worried about engaging in something passionate, because one step does lead to the next. So here we have passion driving you forward in the outcome. Here we have the Hierophant. Spirit, bring it forward. What's going on in the Hierophant for the outcome here? We have institutions, tradition, religion, society, and its rules, social approval, conformity, forgiveness, mercy, wisdom and trust. A lot of things going on here. A lot of people looking to you for guidance, a lot of you looking to guide others, right? So we have change coming up here. So you're moving towards change in the outcome. For many of you, there's something that you're doing that requires structure, that requires an element of the ability to not reinvent the wheel, but to understand that there is a method and a structure to something, that if you do the right thing happens. Spirit has just given me an analogy of a cake, right? You can look at a cake, I don't know, on YouTube, right, and see how it's being made. But if somebody doesn't give you the measurements to make that cake, flour, eggs, sugar, butter, whatever it is, right? How long to put it in the oven for, how to set up that baking pan so you can bake your cake and be able to get it out of the pan, right? There is a structure to things. So even though you can view something, if somebody doesn't give you the tools that you need to take from one step to the next, and that's the outcome, right? Understanding the tools that you need and going to a higher level of authority to get the skills, to fill in the gaps, to understand the measurements and what's required for you in each stage of the process so you can get the outcome that you want. So that's showing up very strongly in the Hierophant here. Spirit is bringing me back to passion. Some of you are going to leave behind the past. Some of you are burying the past. It is coming for those of you that have had struggles with maybe a past hurt and pain, something in your life that's caused a lot of destruction. You're putting it to rest, right? Here in the Four of Swords, it is being put to rest. Now, Spirit brings me back to passion. Don't be afraid, Cancer, to reach out to others to help you in this time. Spirit makes me feel here that there is things that you need to reach out to re-engage in, to, like I said, right, there's one thing looking at how to make a cake on YouTube, But if they're not giving you the exact instructions of what you need, the amount you need, when, how do you know when you beat a batter that it's beaten enough, right? That it's ready to pour into the baking tin? How do you know that the oven is hot enough, right? There's things that you need to know, the details of what you need to know, what you need to understand. So reach out and get that help. And so this is a time period where you're taking a look at your passions and you're looking at what is missing, so you can be able to make these baby steps in what you're doing to create the outcome that you want. Cancer, for those of you that are interested, I am doing private readings. Please connect with me at How Love Tarot to get more information about that. Those of you that are interested in life coaching, please contact me at howlovetarot@gmail.com. I am pretty booked up right now, but I am taking clients on a wait list for certain things, so especially for water signs. So if you're wanting to work on your spirituality, your healing, tarot reading. I've been a psychic and a medium for 40 years. I've been a psychologist for a very long time, both in the UK and the US, and I work with a lot of businesses and government and military, things like that. So I have a lot of experience. I am trained, I am licensed, and those of you that feel like you'd like to reach out and get that little extra help, please feel free to look at the description, take a look at there's some general information there, but feel free to contact me at howlovetarot@gmail.com and I can give you more information about that. Until your next reading, you take care, Cancer.